Glider 4-1 Flight Instruments. Today, we delve into the intricate world of flight instruments in the glider cockpit, essential tools that provide crucial information about the glider's direction, altitude, airspeed, and overall performance. These instruments fall into various categories, each serving a specific purpose and employing different principles. The categories include Pitot-static, magnetic, gyroscopic, electrical, electronic, and self-contained instruments. Some are sensitive to gravity, G-loading, and centrifugal forces. The selection of instruments can range from a basic set commonly found in training aircraft to more advanced setups used in high-performance sailplanes for cross-country and competition flying. Pitot-static instruments are fundamental and encompass those displaying airspeed, altitude, and vertical speed. The Pittit tube captures impact air pressure generated by the glider's forward motion, while static air pressure is obtained from static air ports, unaffected by motion-induced pressure variations. This reference pressure is vital as it compensates for changes in atmospheric pressure with altitude and current weather conditions. Pittit tubes are strategically placed on the nose or vertical stabilizer to align with the relative wind, minimizing air disturbance during flight. The impact air pressure is directed into a diaphragm connected to the Pittit tube, creating a rise in pressure as the glider's airspeed increases. The static pressure, on the other hand, is obtained from a static line attached to ports mounted on the fuselage or vertical stabilizer. Flush-mounted static sources on the fuselage compensate for variations in static pressure due to changes in glider attitude and air turbulence. It is crucial to inspect and ensure the openings of both the Pittit tube and static ports are free from obstructions during pre-flight inspections. Clogged openings should be addressed by a certified mechanic, and caution is advised against blowing into these openings to avoid potential damage to flight instruments. Flight instruments are integral components in the glider cockpit, providing crucial information about direction, altitude, airspeed, and performance. These instruments fall into various categories, including Pitot-static, magnetic, gyroscopic, electrical, electronic, and self-contained. They cater to gravity, G-loading, and centrifugal forces, with some being basic for training aircraft and others advanced for high-performance sailplanes engaged in cross-country and competition flying. Pitot-static instruments, which include airspeed, altitude, and vertical speed indicators, function based on impact air pressure due to forward motion, captured by the Pittit tube, and static or free air pressure sensed at static airports. The Pittit tube, often mounted on the nose or vertical fin, aligns with the relative wind, minimizing air disturbance during flight. The airspeed indicator, a critical instrument, displays indicated airspeed, IAS, through the air. The needle on the airspeed indicator responds to the differential between Pittit and static pressures, offering real-time airspeed data. Notably, air density variations at different altitudes affect the airspeed indicator. The instrument provides three types of airspeed: Indicated Airspeed, IAS, Calibrated Airspeed, CAS, and True Airspeed, TUSH. IAS is the direct reading from the airspeed indicator, uncorrected for various factors. CAS corrects IAS for installation and instrument errors, ensuring more accurate airspeed information. TUSH represents the actual speed of the glider through the air, influenced by altitude and decreasing air density at higher altitudes. The airspeed indicator features a color-coded system for gliders certificated by the FAA, with markings indicating specific airspeed limitations. The white arc signifies the flap operating range, the green arc represents stalling speeds, the yellow arc indicates a caution range, and the red line marks the never exceed speed. Understanding these airspeed indicators and their markings is crucial for pilots, enabling them to operate gliders safely within specified airspeed ranges, considering the aircraft's structural limitations and ensuring overall flight safety. In addition to those airspeed limits you see on the airspeed indicator, there are some other important ones you should keep in mind. You'll find these limitations on placards inside the glider and in the glider flight manual or pilot's operating handbook. First off, there's maneuvering speed, VA, which is like the glider's sweet spot. It's the maximum speed where you can pull some serious moves without risking damage to the structure. So, when things get bumpy up there, you want to throttle down to maneuvering speed or less to keep the stress on the glider in check. You won't see this one on the airspeed indicator, but it's a big deal. Then there's the landing gear operating speed, telling you the fastest you should go when extending or retracting the landing gear, especially if your glider's got the retractable kind. Sticking to this speed ensures your landing gear plays nice and safe during operations. Minimum sink speed is another key limit, especially when you're catching thermals. Knowing this speed helps you get the best performance during specific flight conditions, keeping things efficient. Now, the best glide speed is all about getting the most out of your glide. It's the speed that lets you cover the most ground with the least altitude loss over a given distance. Think of it as your go-to speed when you're cruising without power. Last but not least, there's the maximum aerotow or ground launch speed. This is the fastest you can be towed without causing any damage to your glider. It's all about safe and controlled launches, making sure everything holds up nicely during towing operations. So, remembering and sticking to these airspeed limits, whether they're on the indicator or on those placards, is key for a safe and smooth glider ride. If you click like and subscribe and leave a comment, we will provide a coupon for a free PDF download, one of 9 ebooks. However, each individual can only download up to 1 out of 9 ebooks for free.